Hi everyone. Today we are going to introduce our simple automated fire catcher that keep monitoring the overloaded devices in the companies and factories that may catch fire easily. Our system works by keep monitoring these devices by sending frequent signal of their states, so that if any one of them catch fire, it put it off. Our system is very sensitive to the flame, so that if there is a tiny flame, it put it off before growing up, and this helps us to protect our companies and factories as well as the employees' life.
So now let's move to the fun part where all this system is put together. So we thought instead of connecting the flame sensor directly to the Altera using the input signal, we thought of why not to make a wireless transmission of the signal to prevent too much wiring. We searched and we find out that such a module exists called UART. This UART, it's like it takes the signal from this sensor and transmits it to the other UART here. So in our case, we will be having two UARTs, one at the acting as a transmitter and the other one as a receiver. To let this UART works, we needed to program a microprocessor, this one, a microprocessor so that it will make this UART act as a transmitter. How this works, that the UART takes the signal from the sensor to the microcontroller, which sends the signal back to this transmitter UART, which sends it over a wireless to this UART, which acts as a receiver, sends an input to the Altera, where the modules of the controlling of the signal starts. So now let's move to the part where the car starts moving.
Now let's talk about the mechanism of moving the two motors. Two edge bridges were used to control the motor and the water pump. Each edge bridge consists of 6 input pins and 4 output pins. Each 2 output pins control one motor. Two enables one enable for each motor and 2 control pins. The motor works only when the 2 control pins have different values. The water pump is adjusted such that it works when the car stops moving and there's still signal.
At first, we measured the distance from the car to the fire, and then we calculated the speed of the car. We then measured the time required to move the car from its destination to the device, which is 10 seconds. We then got a module that delays for 1 second and adjusted it according to the motor to move our desired time, which is 10 seconds. So once the sensor detects a flame, the car starts moving, and then the motor stops and the pump starts.
To sum up, we have 2 inputs and 3 outputs. The first input is the flame sensor that detects the flame. The second input is the receiver UART on the car. The 3 outputs are the sender UART that sends the signal to the car. The second output is the car that moves for a certain distance until it reaches the flame source. The third output is the water pump that starts once the car stops.
Oh.